Welcome to the Deep Dive. We sift through sources to bring you the key insights, basically giving you a shortcut to being genuinely well-informed.
That's the idea.
And today we've got something, well, really quite special. It's a first-hand account from someone we're calling Birdwatcher.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just this incredibly vivid snapshot of an extraordinary morning out in nature, not just a list of sightings,
Right, exactly. And our mission here is to really unpack what birdwatchers shared. We're looking beyond just, what birds were seen when.
Okay.
We want to dig into those surprising little details, that feeling of discovery, the sheer delight, really, that makes these personal observations so powerful.
Yeah.
Because it's a great case study in how sometimes quite common things can suddenly feel like these huge aha moments.
Okay, so let's dive into Birdwatcher's account then. It starts quietly, doesn't it? An early start at the Rendezvous connecting channel.
Yeah, setting the scene.
And Birdwatcher mentions it was chilly and windy.
Huh?
A brisk morning is the phrase used.
Brisk, right. You can almost feel that.
Definitely. But the key thing seems to be the quiet road over the channel. It offered this perfect, undisturbed viewing spot.
And that's so important, isn't it? That quiet, that early start. It just creates the perfect conditions for a really intimate encounter.
How so?
Well, it speaks volumes about patience, about just being present when you cut out the noise, the usual hustle, and just watch and listen.
You notice more.
You notice so much more. Your senses kind of sharpen up. And yeah, you open yourself up to these moments you'd otherwise just walk right past. It's about showing up and paying attention, really.
And Birdwatcher certainly did pay attention. The first sightings came pretty quickly, it seems. A vibrant malachite kingfisher.
Oh, lovely.
Described as a dazzling display, just flitting along the water's edge. Those colors must have been amazing.
Oh, absolutely. That flash of iridescent blue and orange against maybe a grayish morning backdrop, stunning. And they're such expert hunters, too, the way they dive.
Right. Precision.
Total precision. So even that first sighting is quite a start to the day.
But then it got even better, or at least closer.
Yes. This part is great. The arrival of 3 squawko herons.
And the key detail. They landed right in front of me, too close to fit all 3 in my camera's viewfinder.
Incredible closeness. I mean, that's what every wildlife photographer dreams of, isn't it?
As a bee.
And squawko herons, okay, they're not exactly true rarities there. Birdwatcher notes they're quite common in this area and have been for years.
Right, so they blend in usually.
Yeah.
Camouflage experts.
Very much so, especially in marshy reeds with those streaky backs.
Okay, so if they're common, what made this sighting stand out so much for Birdwatcher? Or wasn't the rarity?
No, exactly. And Birdwatcher says it clearly. Seeing them together on such a dreary day was a real highlight.
Ah, okay. The context.
It's all about the context. It's not just what you see, but how you see it. 3 together, landing that close on a potentially dull day, it makes them pop.
Right, they stand out more.
Exactly. The common bird becomes this really captivating focus against that maybe less interesting background. It turns something familiar into something that feels almost new and deeply personal.
That makes a lot of sense. The aha moment isn't always a new thing, but the familiar seen differently.
Precisely. It's about that shift in perception.
And Birdwatcher was clearly thrilled. Mentions getting photos, video.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah. But just as they're soaking that in, framing the shot, everything changes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, sudden commotion up the channel. Something big enough to startle those herons and make them fly off.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the piece is broken.
Completely shattered. And what caused it, this is the main event.
Okay, I'm ready.
A massive flock of Cape Cormorant, hundreds strong, just surging down the channel from the east.
Hundreds. Wow.
Hundreds. Imagine that. A huge wave of birds. And their flight path was specific, too.
Yeah.
They flew low, skimming just above the water, heading towards Langley.
Just picture that. Hundreds of birds moving like one entity low over the water. The scale of it is, well, humbling.
It really is.
And that coordinated movement in large flocks, it's fascinating. It's not like there's one leader barking orders.
Right. How does that work?
Well, it's thought to be more about decentralized control. Each bird reacts mainly to its closest neighbors, their speed, their direction.
Like a chain reaction?
Kind of, yeah. Simple rules for each individual bird lead to these incredibly complex, beautiful, flowing patterns for the whole group. Emergent behavior, it's called.
Oh.
And Cape Cormorants are amazing divers, too. Very social, often forming these huge groups.
So this huge flock is heading towards the bridge where Birdwatcher is standing.
Getting closer.
And they don't just fly past. As they near the bridge, they soared upward, passing right over,
Oh, right overhead.
directly overhead. Birdwatcher specifically says, the sound of their wings was unforgettable, a true spectacle.
Oh, I bet. That's not just seeing, that's feeling it. The sound, the air moving, maybe even the shadow.
Totally immersive.
And that must be what made this cormorant sighting so extraordinary, right? Because Birdwatcher mentions seeing them often.
Yeah, exactly. They say, I often spot these cormorants this time of year, moving in large flocks between the lakes. So the birds aren't rare. The flocks aren't totally unexpected.
But this time,
This time was different. It was the combination, wasn't it? The low flight and sheer numbers, plus that incredibly personal experience of them surging upwards and over.
yes,
Yes.
it shifts you from being an observer looking at nature to being, well, right in the middle of it, surrounded by it.
Enveloped.
Enveloped, exactly. That specific vantage point, the sudden change in altitude, the sound, the feeling, that transforms a relatively common though impressive event into something deeply personal and unforgettable.
Yeah, it really drives home the difference between watching something and truly experiencing it.
It really does.
And Birdwatcher's final thought just captures it all.
Mm.
What a morning to be out with the birds.
Perfect summary.
It shows how one single morning can hold so many layers, doesn't it? From quiet observation to sudden, awe-inspiring chaos, almost.
Absolutely. And it ties back beautifully to just the simple joy of observation
Mhm.
and how nature always has surprises up its sleeve, even in familiar spots.
You just need to be open to it.
You just need to be present and open. These moments of genuine wonder, they don't always require epic journeys. Sometimes they're waiting right where you are.
We often think we need to go somewhere exotic, don't we?
We do. But Birdwatcher's account is such a powerful reminder that the extraordinary can be found in the seemingly ordinary if we just adjust our focus, listen a bit harder, allow ourselves to be immersed.
Shift our perception, not necessarily our postcode.
Exactly. Well put.
So what a journey we've taken just following Birdwatcher's morning. From that flash of the kingfisher, the close encounter with the herons, to that absolute spectacle of the cormorants overhead.
A fantastic account. It really highlights the power of just paying attention. And maybe a good thought for everyone listening, echoing Birdwatcher, is keep exploring and happy birdwatching. Or, happy observing, whatever your interest is.
Good point.
Yeah, maybe take a moment to think. What ordinary moments in your day, what familiar sights could hold some hidden beauty? What might you notice if you just paused and paid a bit more present attention?
A lovely challenge. Find the extraordinary in the everyday.
Why not? It's often there.
Well, that feels like a perfect place to wrap up this deep dive. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep observing, and stay curious about the wonders around you.